Everyone, today we discuss one more important topic on SAP. This is called sales and distributions. Sales and distributions. So sales is our very familiar words, and distribution also be very familiar words. But we don't know how an organizations, how a enterprise, how a company, which type of activity also going on to complete this process, sales and distributions. Okay, so that case we already know such of things of sales and such of things in distributions, but you don't know exactly what going on. Okay, so in these sessions today we discuss all the sales related activities and all the distribution related activities and how sales and distribution really work to run any type of company. So another questions will be arise. Then sales and distribution is fully manual task, but how SAP softwares also adopt this manual task in these parameters. Okay, so let's start our sessions. Our first question is that what is sales and distributions? What is sales and distributions? So we already know very well what is sales. Okay, sales is a transactions between two parties where the buyer receives goods, tangible or intangible, service and or assets in exchange of money. Okay, so we know already sales is not a particular product. Sales can't be conducted in a particular product. Sales fully depend on different type of services. You work in companies for give you time to perform a task, and after 1 month later, after each and every month, you get the salaries from the company. So you already sells your times and sells your labor. This is called our service sales. Okay, so sales in different anything in market. If you earn something, then it is called mainly sales. It is your time as employees, as a servicemen, as government sector's employees, and the private sector employees. They also be sales their times. They also be sales their labors. So hence after sales they will receive the amount of as a part of the salaries. So then it's kind of sales is everything. Everything if you want from the markets, this is called your sales. Okay, and each and every part when you sales, that you will become the revenue. You will get the revenues. Okay, through transactions between two parties where the buyer receive goods and services and assets in exchange of money. This is our sales definitions. Another is distributions. What are the distributions? So let's the movement of goods and services from the source through a destination channels, right up the final customer, consumer or final users, and the movement of payment in the opposite directions, right up the original producer or suppliers. So this is the main part, the process of sales. Each and every activities in our organizations, in our company, in our enterprise. If you don't follow any type of process, that you don't perform any activities sales. So distribution is a very important part of sales. So what is distribution? So mainly one thing that if we assume a company also product total 22 monitors and 15 monitors also be issues for sale purpose, for sales purpose. 15 monitors also used for sales purpose. This is that case, company to customers, a long way path. In these sections, direct company not sell any type of product in direct customers in different markets. In automobile section, in food production section, no any companies. So in that case, company also provide different type of parameters, different type of parts, different type of individual entities, and according this type of entities, company product also we convey the all of things to the customers. So what is this process? What is this type of middleman? This type of middleman is a single entity, independent entity. This is called like a sales channels, like a distribution channels, like a salespersons, distributors, retailers. So this is the main point of this is the main single type of entity. And company to customer, this whole process are performed by these small units or entities. This process also we call it distributions. The movement of goods, the goods movement and the services from the source through a distribution channel right up the final customers. It means that the company main priority is that in the right time, in the right place and the right quantity, customer requirement. First priority is customer requirement. Fulfill the customer requirement. If right now in different type of company also competitions in markets, same type of product also be delivered in different companies at the same. But right now customer also go to that company who provide the particular time, particular quantities and perfect time and perfect qualities product they also will buy. So customer also looking for a good product at the right times. So this is the main purpose. Each and every company's target is that if you not provide any type of product in any customer, the customer is not satisfied and not interested in your product. So that case, distribution is a main part of the sales. This is the whole process. This is a cover up the whole process to company to customers. So this part is our distributions. Okay. When we start our main classes, that time we will show which type of parameter actually work in these sessions, and we will also be configure this all of steps in our SAP systems. Okay, this is our distribution channels. Next question is that what type of work performed by SD in SAP? We also know that sales and distributions also be a basic domain in any type of companies. But right now, if any type of company also adopt SAP, then how sales and distribution work in SAP, and what is the process flow will be going on the SAP, and what kind of change activity will be going on the SAP. So that case we will discuss in this matter. So first of all, SD in SAP, the sales and distribution function of SAP is a part of the logistic area. Yes, we know that in logistic part, different type of domain over there, just like a production planning, quality management, warehouse management, sales and distributions, and material management. This type of domain also called logistics. And what is the definition of logistics? Logistic definition is that in the right time, in the right place, in the right quantity, and the perfect process flow. This is called the logistics. If you not follow right now, if you not follow your logistic process in your company, you can't provide any type of material, any type of product in markets, because logistic is a own parameters. If you not follow these logistic parameters, your company will be quickly shut it down. So in that case, sales and distributions function of SAP is a part of the logistic area. SD module contain the process that help a company integrated with their customers. Yes, this is very important part of this module. It's company integrated. What is a company integrated? SD module contains the process that help company integrated with their customers. Each and every part that customer also involved your company, just like when you sell your product to the customers. So that case, the product as a company, your first priority is that customer, is it satisfied or not satisfied? The first of all feedback is very important of your company. In that case, company integrated part also over there. What is the integrated part? Just like customer feedbacks, just like a customer product conditions, product validity, product expiry date, product faulty. So this type of activities, and also be also be the customer condition also paper for you. It is a financial condition is paper for you. According to their financial condition, you also will launches the different type of product to attract your customer to your product in low budgets. So this is the main important part in sales and distributions. First of all, you look up the pictures to the customer. They which type of requirement they will want from your company. Okay. So SD module contains the process that help a company integrate with their customers. All type of activities, all type of behaviors. Right now, different company also uses different activities, statistics and analytics, customer feedback survey. So according to this type of activity, company will be generated huge amount of revenue and low amount of wastage. So in that case, SD also be is in SAP. The process include providing which type of activity will be? The process include providing quotation to customer, receiving sales order by phone, internet or ADI, shipping in finance goods, and finally billing the customer for the goods that they have received. In that case, the process also involving which type of company integrated process? The company integrated process also be there. Quotation to customers, which type of requirement customers want. Yes, this is the main part. Quotation of the customer, which type of requirement also want a customer. According customer demand, company also provide their product. Okay. Next, receiving sales orders. According the customer requirement, they generated sales orders. And this is the sales order is a documentary file. Is the sales order in respect of the sales order, the company also issues goods. Okay. Then different activity there's even like a buyer, the phone, internet or EDI, shipping the finished goods, and finally billing the customer for the goods, and they have been proceed. So in this purpose, all of things, this is the main purpose to go for the customer requirement. As per customer requirement, company also provide their products in this finished. So first of all, phone, then internet, and shipping the finished goods, and finally billing the customer for goods that they have been received. Okay. So in this case, we know that when you run any type of company, the first priority is that company is your God. Customer is your God. So that case, each and every conditions, each and every requirement is a first priority with the company to fulfill the criteria of the customers. Okay. Next is which type of task performed by the SD. First, number one is sales orders. Okay, sales orders, sales supports. What is sales support? Support the staff involved in business development as customer service process. We already discussed this matter. This what is sales supports? Right now, this is the very competition markets. So in that case, company also we sales any product. That time company all time also we feedback, also want feedback from the customers. What is the condition of the goods, how you using it, how you feel it is good, better, best, and different type of parameters they survey they also conducted for customer good, for customer feedback. According to customer feedback, company also perform the realistic activities to perform the good condition. This is our sales support, very important task in sales support in SD and SAP. That in sales, this is the basic requirement. This is the basic requirement of in companies is called sales. So sales is that primary base for customer order management. This is the primary base. This is the basic. This is the common matters for sales any type of goods in customers. So as per customer requirement, company also sells his product. Okay. So next is master data. Yes. The master data is a very important thing. Master data very important part in SAP, and not only SAP, in every modules. In SAP every module, master data is very much requirement. Okay. So first of all, flexible data structures that support the business environment includes information about customer, material, and business partners. Flexible data structure that support the business environment includes formations about customers, material and business partners is master data. What is master data? What is master data? So master data is nothing. Actually, master data is a data that you save in a particular form, and each and every time you use those particular data in different documentations. Okay, so just I will show you the base simple examples. That your concept will be clear. What is master data? What is master data? Okay. So first of all, when our daily requirement is when you go on the Indian Railways or any railway tickets in IRCTC site. These are our IRCTC sites. Suppose this is our IRCTC sites. Okay. And first of all, here we found that one text box. This is our login, and this is our username, or this is our passwords. When you log on the username and password, drop your credential and login. Thereafter, one page will be appear in your screen. Okay, and that case, they also be you drop it down your form and your to and from your destination train numbers, and all of train also be listed here. Okay, when you select any train, you will be available seats. That time you decide which type of tickets. When you come when you go in these sections, then you will be book the tickets. That time the system will ask you who's the passengers. Suppose total you have a total 6 passengers. Total you have a family 6 passengers. They occasionally or regularly occasionally go in the different locations in India. So in that case, when you go in this section, so that time you type your passengers names. Okay, again you type your passengers names, but each and every time when you go for the Tatkal system, if you type the passengers names, and that time if you type, too much time will be taken. That time Tatkal is automatic end up. And that time IRCTC also provide one list. This is called master list. In this master list, we record each and every passenger's name. We record each and every passenger's name in these sections. Okay. So when in another times you log in your systems, that time you no need to type any passengers names, your family names. Just you go and select. You go and select your master list, and system automatically adopt your passengers names and go to the amount sections. So this type of master list also set this type of names. These names also save in this master list. So benefit is that it also will save our times. When you go click on the master list, system automatically appear a recorded screen in this passenger recorded screens, and thereafter you select your passengers names and select. That time automatically system to adopt your names in the sections. This is our master list. So in that case, if you go in our master data, that time this master data also be useful. The different type of master data also be used in just like a materials, just like a vendor. If you company 3 to 4 different type of material use, so in that case material also be usable for the company. So material is our basic requirement, vendor is our basic requirement. So in that case we save this type of data in a structured forms. This is called our master data. And in futures, when you create any type of activities, any type of documentations, and require some material description, require some vendor descriptions, that time we also adopt this type of activity from the master list. So this type of master list is very important in your business. So next is Billing sections. The billing section is a basic requirement. If you sell any type of product in your customers, that time it will be chargeable for, or amount will be chargeable in your customers. So that time you also be create a billing sections. So comprehensive set of billing of the functions. This is the basic requirement, and according to your billing sections, company customer will pay your amount. Okay. Next is sales info systems. This is very important. Each and every right now, each and every company is also using this type of systems. This is called sales info systems. A component of the logistic information systems is a component of logistic information systems. User company issuing any type of goods for your customer requirement. As per your customer demand, your company also be issues such a products for customers. That time when you issues your product, and thereafter you we put up the material from your warehouse, that time this system also will work. When you pick up the truck, upload the truck, that time this system also be activated in the system. So when you go each and every, when you go out from your warehouse systems, the system will be scanning the materials and also be carry on the batch numbers, production serial number, all of system activity will be recorded in the systems. So this our sales info systems. This sales info systems in upcoming days, this sales info systems also provide the message, the informations regarding this products, the product durations, product expiry date, product batch number, product lot size. So all type of requirement activities that carry on your company, that time this system also be handle all type of activities for the sales information systems. Okay. Next in shipping and transportations. Shipping and transportation, very important parts. This is the main media to drop your sales or grow your sales. This is the one important part. Each and every media, just like a railways, just like a transport systems, just like a your ship systems. So this is a very important part in shipping and transportations. So each and every transportations also be carried out in your product in a good quality. This is the basic requirement. So first of all, the main task of the shippings, delivery scheduling as per your company time, as per your company requirement, as per your customer requirement. Company also fulfill the requirement at a particular times, in a particular time. If you purchase any type of products from Amazon or Flipkart, that time Amazon and Flipkart also show you such a delivery dates. This is the 3 or 4 days. So this is the very vital for the customers. If your customer look it down, this is the also taken 7 to 8 days. The customer already rejected, already not interested in these type of sites. They are in global markets. In global markets, customer also demanded high delivery scheduling time, low scheduling. That time customer looking for a low. This is a 2 days, 3 days, or 5 days. This time schedule is good for the customers. But if you go for the 7 to 8 days delivery times, customer not interested in your company. So delivery scheduling is very important in your selling purpose. If you go for the too much time to deliver your product, the company is not interested. But if you too fast deliver your product in a suitable conditions, customer also be interested in your business, on your companies. Return deliveries, yes, this is the another things. We know that, any country know that when the Flipkart launches their product, that time they also be focuses on the return deliveries. If we know that in any companies, when the customer buy a products and thereafter they faces some of defects in your products, that time the customer go on the company or the customer go on the shops. That time the software also be just like a good behavior in that times. They also faces different type of issues. This type of good issues. They also purchase the huge amount of amount. They also purchase the goods, but they can't deliveries. They also faces the issues. But company or shopkeepers is not cooperate with him. In that case, return deliveries is very important in global markets. So that time, return delivery is the first priority to sell your product in the company. If your return delivery is very fast and return delivery is without any issues in 10 days, 2 day delivery, then customer also be satisfied your things. Next is stock transfer. This is the main important part, stock transfers. Stock transfer is that if you go for the any company and if you suppose your company stock will be open there or ended up, that time the another stock department also be switch on their products in the another stocks department. So mainly this is our stock transfers. Next is foreign trade. This is a very important part in any company. If you company use amount of foreign currencies, that time the foreign trade is a very important part. So as per your product conditions, as per your product delivery conditions, as per your transportation support, so this is the main part to go for the foreign trades. Okay, so manage import and export purpose, integrating them efficiently into the supply chains. Yes, this is the main important one part of the supply chain management, or foreign trade. Manage import and export process. If you're importing just like a flights, just like a ships, this is our import and exporting medias. Okay, if this type of medias perfectly work, then your foreign trade is suitable for your company. Manage import and export processes. If your process is clear, export is import is. You know that any type of product, when your company is situated in India and sell any product to foreign trade, then that time you faces different type of legal issues, just like a custom issues, just like a taxes, just like a country legal issues. So many of issues will become in your product, in your productions. So in that case, selling is a not, that time the company also be not feeling any suitable form in their selling your product to the foreign trade. So that case, foreign trade integrating in different conditions, and each and every condition SAP supports your systems. The SAP also be provide different type of legal issues formats and parameters. So if you use this type of parameters and legal structures, then hope your foreign trade must be smoothly run. Okay. Next is our process. What is our process? Selling process. So first of all, number one is rising your sales orders. Rising your sales orders. This is our basic parameter. If as per customer requirement, as per customer conditions, you rising the sales order. Okay. Thereafter, your employees also check the availability. If the customer requirement is 200 piece PC, then your requirement also be generated 200 PC, and thereafter your employees, your worker also go in the warehouse and check your stock. The 200 is 200 piece monitor, computer also over there, yes or no, available, yes or no. If they found it's available, then the sales order will be generated. Okay, they are releases, and thereafter our third is outbound delivery, and the 20 pieces also be ready for the outbound deliveries, and truck also over there, and forklift truck also be loaded all of things in their trucks. Okay, so this is our outbound delivery. If the as per your customer requirement is fulfilled, that time they also be shifted for the delivery times. Okay, next is our transportations. Yes, we know that transportation is our basic requirement for sales. For this is our transportation a very important part. Required transportations to your product to delivers. Then pick up goods. This is another trace. Transportation is come. Then pick up goods, and goods is pick up from the company to your distributed parts. So thereafter, next is our issuing goods. When the goods also come, the distributors also be issuing goods for the customers. And when the customer receives the goods, that time they also be company also generate the softwares or distributors will generate the billing sections. And when the billing session is performed well and the customer will satisfy your billing, that time customer go for the payment process. Okay, so this our 8 process also we work on in this sales order sales order cycles. So this is our basic requirement. If you go any type of sales order, any type of sales activities, so this 8 topic is very important in your company's sales orders. Okay. So then another question is, what type of job role SAP SD consultant? What type of job role? Okay. If you go for the your career in SAP consultant, that time one question will become, what type of job roles SAP consultant? So job role is that a SAP SD consultant is responsible for participating in the planning, development, maintenance and enhancement of SAP applications and the functionality of SAP package. If you know the sales process, the first of all you should know the SAP basic requirement, SAP parameters, SAP rules and regulations. So if you SAP also provide sales and distributions parameters, and manually company also go on the sales and distribution parameter. So first of all you learn the SAP process. Thereafter you switch all of your manually work to the SAP systems. So in that case SAP SD consultant is responsible for participating in the planning, development and maintenance and enhancement of SAP applications. Planning is very important, development, requirement, maintenance. So these 3 parameters, these 3 methodology is performed by the SAP. If you consult SAP consultant, this perform will be maintained by yourself. As SD consultant, he or she has to define business process requirement, and it includes area lines. So if you SD consultant, so your basic requirement and what is the business process, what is the business requirement, you will be performed. First, number 1, sales document manage. You use the SAP parameters to manage your sales document. Number 2, shippings. So you configure the shipping process in your systems. Which type of methods also work on the shipping process. You will see configure the shipping process in your systems. Next is pricings. As per your material demand, as per your material convey, as per your material expenses, you also be fixed your price in SAP systems. Next is billing sections. If the customer got your products, that time your next priority is our billing session. You generate the billing through the SAP systems. Next is order management integrated flow with MM and FICO. We know that MM is our core department, material management department. When a company product any type of product, that time they require such a raw materials. So as per raw material requirement, the stock management, the store management, this type of activity also performed by the MM. And as per MM module, company also product their product. So as per MM services, PP module, production planning module is important for your company. So any type of module also covered by the another module. This is called FICO. If you purchase such raw materials for product, and it is like you generate a PCs. So your raw material is that speakers, picture tubes, electric appliance. This is the raw materials, and your MM module also procure this type of materials. Okay, raw materials. Thereafter, your company is assembling this all materials and sell your PCs to the customers. So this type of accounting activity also performed by the FICO. So as a SAP consultant, this is a good platform for you. So you just learn one module, but intricately you learn 2 and 3 module automatically when you go for in this section. Just like a MM and FICO. If you switch your career in SAP SD consultant, then you know what MM is work process flow, and you also know that what is it FIGA process flow. So this is a basic things you will be know in these chapters. Okay.